welcome to Danielle's desk. So this is a different angle. I am in front of the camera instead of behind the camera this time. But today I wanted to do a face-to-face with you, sort of a chit chat, and talk with you about planner choices. There are so many planner choices out there. I mean, it amazes me. It confuses me at some point because even when I was a planner beginner, I guess you could say, I was buying up everything because I had absolutely no idea what to choose. I mean, it was just so much that was out there. So today I want to show you a couple of options if you still have not made your decision for 2022 on what type of planners that you want to choose. So if this is something that you are interested in, definitely stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about are all things that are Happy Planner. Happy Planner is probably one of the biggest planner organizations that we have on the market today. I don't think there's anyone probably in the planner world that have no idea what the Happy Planner is. They typically have the most variety, and they typically have the planners that are at the best cost range. And you can, with coupons and things like that, you can really find them on sale. So if you are a planner newbie, you might want to start off with a Happy Planner, especially if you are a decorative planner. Now, lately, the Happy Planner has been coming out with a lot of functional type things that have less colors, less color layout and things like that in their systems. So you may want to try the Happy Planner. You can get the Happy Planner on the website at thehappyplanner.com. You can get them at Michael's, Joann's, any of your craft stores. And then if you don't want to buy them new, you can go to a buy sell trade on Facebook. They have Macari, they have Poshmark. You can find the Happy Planner just about anywhere. So the first option that I want to talk about is just your classic size planner is what I want to talk about. So this is an example of a classic size planner. This is my current gardening planner that I'm going to be using through February, I believe. And I'm so sad to see it go because this has been with me for a while, and I love her, and she's really, really thick. And I just love the aesthetic. This is probably my favorite. I think this is the first gardening related line that they did. And then they've slowly been coming out with Plant Mama and things like that, which is more of your darker tones. But this is a classic size layout with extended rings. So usually a Happy Planner just comes with just regular classic size rings. And let me see if I have one. Yes, I have one that I can show you. The rings typically come like this, and they normally come with just plastic rings. I despise plastic rings. So I switched to the metal rings. So you may see on people's profiles or pictures that they'll have these shiny ones here, but they typically do come with plastic rings. Some of them do come with the metal rings or metal disc. I'm saying rings, but I mean disc. I want to make sure that I use the right lingo. So this is a classic size planner. I do love the classic size. It gives you a lot of room to write things down. This is an undated vertical. So the Happy Planner usually comes with either dated or undated. With the undated, you can use that, at any point in time. This was an undated because I don't use my gardening planner every single week. And so the weeks that I have a lot to do in my garden, this is where, I will go ahead and fill in that week, put the numbers on it and that type of thing. So this is an option for you if you like. It also comes in horizontal and vertical styles. And I think there's a few more that I'm just not thinking of. But this might be an option for you for the upcoming year. The next option that I have is fairly new that they've come out with, and these are dated dailies. So this looks a little bit fancy, and this is going to be one of my systems for 2022. And so this is a classic size, and I purchased a faux leather cover that goes with it just to make it a little bit fancy. And this is the one that I chose for 2022. And I am going to do a video totally dedicated on my lineup, but I wanted to give you a few different options so you can kind of see how it looks. So a daily is just pages that are just associated for that particular day versus a week worth of planning material. So you can go in and just plan out your entire day, things like that. This is another option. Again, this is fairly new to the Happy Planner, and this is an option that I love. And so this is what I have opted for the 2022 year. And so what I'm planning on doing is doing a week's worth of dailies, like putting down stickers, doing it decoratively instead of versus every day. If I do it every day, then it's probably not going to get decorated every day. I'm just going to end up writing down my plans, and I do enjoy decorating. So this may be definitely an option for you. They are available like at all the craft stores that I named and all of that. So again, this may be an option for you. The next one that I want to talk about are minis. I am going to be using a mini. This is one of the ones that I'm going to be using. I'm obsessed with that Papillon collection. But the minis are really nice. These are really good for on-the-go type planners. And this one is a dashboard layout. So that's how the dashboard layout looks. And some of them come with vertical, which I think is kind of really weird because it's so tiny. I'm not sure how you would decorate that. I mean, you could use the mini stickers. I don't know, but they're horizontal layouts. There are different types of layouts with the mini. But with the mini is something that you can easily pop into your work bag, pop into your purse. It works out really well. It comes with these smaller type rings that you can change out. These are plastic rings. I just haven't touched any of my 2022 line yet, but I do love this version. So that's it as far as the Happy Planner. So it gives you a couple of options. You have the classic size, you have the mini, you have your dailies. There's also a big one that I do want to show you if I can locate it or put my hands on it really quickly, and I think that I can. Big is not a size that I typically like, but this is how the big size looks. It's huge. So when I started off with planning, I did use the big size, but it stayed on my desk because it was just too heavy to carry around. I mean, it was just too chunky, and once you put stickers on it, it really gets heavy. So this is my memory keeping planner. This is the only one that I currently use. And so as far as in the big size, but if you are interested, it comes in the same layouts. My very first Happy Planner was a horizontal big size because I was just not educated, just really didn't know what I wanted. And so I looked at it, it was pretty. I ordered it from the Happy Planner, and it was humongous when it got here. And I thought that I was just on cloud nine. And then I started doing it, and I was like, this is really heavy. This is not going to work for me. So, but everyone is different. So there is the big size that may be able to be a good fit for you. So next thing is Erin Condren. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Erin Condren, but a spiral type planner. Moxie Life comes out with one. Erin Condren comes out with one. Sadie Stickers have one. More and more people are coming out with spiral bound planners, not just EC. At one time, EC just cornered the market, and that was it. Everyone wanted an Erin Condren. I still use an Erin Condren. I'm not sure about next year. I'm not opposed to it. I do love a spiral bound type planner. I just like to use it. It's more of a memory keeping planner for me. I don't do anything functional out of this. I just really love how the spreads look in the Erin Condren. This is one that I did from Coffee Planner Mom in the summertime. I really like it. I'm just not sure if I want to spend all the money because I know that I can get a cheaper version. I even seen the ones from Michaels. I forgot the name of that brand. They make one that is really, really nice. and they mostly come in vertical layouts. I'm not sure if they come in horizontal. I'm quite sure they're probably out there, but just to my knowledge and what I've seen, I've only seen more of a vertical type planning style or planning layout. So a spiral bound may be the right fit for you. I will try to list as much as I can down below in links to more of the ones that I like as far as spiral and disc bound planners. So Erin Condren or a spiral planner may be something that's a good option for you. Next, I want to talk all things functional. So functional planning is it's in. I can remember the first time me seeing something that was functional planning was cloth and paper, which cloth and paper is still out there and still one of the larger brands for functional planning, and that is really where I fell in love with functional planning, and I'm going to continue that in the new year. So I want to start off with mini. So forgive the cover, this is just a Poi and Hun cover, but I really want to talk about the inside of it. So a mini looks exactly like the HP mini that I showed you. This is just by another brand. All of this is by pretty much Poi and Hun. But this is how it looks. The inserts can vary by what you want. There's so many different companies out there that are having functional inserts. It's just depending on the style and the layout that you want. Cloth and Paper is not the only one out there. Fancy Plans Co. have one. There's so many. Jane's Agenda, I have really fell in love with her and all of her products. So you're just going to have to shop around. I'm going to list a few of my favorite below, and a lot of them are going to be doing Black Friday sales. I'm filming this on Sunday. This will go up probably on Tuesday, and so you'll be able to go to those links and see if they're running sales, and some of them are already running sales even right now. But I love the HP Mini, and this is what I use. I think the more of the second half of the year, and it's really good on the go. I mean, I have a nice cover on here, but you don't have to have a cover. There is a plastic cover that I have, like a hard type cover that I have on here that's just to protect all of my content. But again, just like I said with the Happy Planner Mini, the same goes for functional planning. It's just really good on the go. You don't have to make it pretty. You don't have to worry about putting stickers if you don't want. It is just you writing what's important and using it functionally. So this is a size that you may want to include, and this is a disc bound. It is not using the Happy Planner disc. These discs come from Poi and Hun. And the difference between these discs and the other, there's no little heart or anything in it. It's just, covered. I think, in my opinion, Fancy Plans Co. have the best disc. She just released, or she's about to release on Monday, which is the week of Thanksgiving, more disc in more beautiful colors. You have these wonderful white ones that are just stunning, and they're really good price point. So if you are in the market, for a disc, Fancy Plans Co. is definitely the way to go. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk to you about is the half letter. So this is the half letter. This is a one of my planners, functional planners that I'm going to be using for 2022. I love half letter. I tried half letter, I'm going to say starting March of last year, and I use the system that I used was Fancy Plans Co., and I loved it. I adored it. It was wonderful. And so it is just what it says. It's half of a letter size. It is probably one of the most popular functional or layout, or not layout, but style of planner is that. I went ahead and got extended rings. All of these are from the Collected Planner. If you're interested, I have her linked below. But I love it. I love half letter. So I used half letter, and then I used rings, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And out of the two, half letter is my favorite. I am discontinuing my rings for 2022. Don't have anything wrong with A5 rings, but I love half letter. I think I love the fact that I can tear it out. It's the convenience of rearranging things and not having to pop rings when you can just tear out. I think I love that. And that's why I fell in love with the Happy Planner all over again. It's because of the disc. I've figured it out through all like spending money. That's what I figured out. But the half letter, same thing. You can find it at a lot of different shops. I will list my favorite on where you can purchase half letter. This is just some of my favorites, and definitely share down below some of your favorite shops so I can definitely check it out as well. And then lastly is the rings. That's what I talked about. So this is the system that I have used all year long, and it is the rings, and I will just show you how those rings look. It's gorgeous. I love this setup. This is from Erin Condren. This is their cover, but it is A5 rings. This is also very popular, a very popular size along with the mini. And I know there's a lot of people that like pocket, and I don't even have a pocket size to show you, but pocket is just not for me. I can't see myself putting hardly anything on those pages, but I know some people that adore pocket size. Like that's all they use is pocket. I just can't. It's just way too small for me. But the A5 is really nice. I love the room that it gives you. Things are very secure, obviously, because of the rings, but I did notice that, and it may be just the planner, but it happened on several planners with me that I've went through with the A5 version, is that those rings start to separate a little bit. And I don't even pull my rings like from the rings. I actually do it from the little clicks, or however you say it, from the top and bottom. I just see that they tend to separate. And so what happens is it makes kind of like the pages hard to turn sometimes. I mean, it's not a big deal, but with me using A5 for a while, that's what I've gathered from it. That is not the reason why I'm discontinuing this system. It's just that out of the two and working with the two for a while, I just enjoy half letters. So this is an option, and I will definitely leave shops down below that you can check on. And like I said, also send me your shops. So I hope that I was able to help you on today. This is just a few systems that I have used that I enjoy. If you're still up in the air and trying to figure out what I'm going to use for 2022, and to be on the lookout for a video in December with my final 2022 lineup. Thank you so much for joining me here at Danielle's Desk. If you enjoyed looking at different options for your 2022 lineup, please give the video a thumbs up. If you would like to see more content, consider subscribing, and I hope that you have a good day. Bye.